Hello ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here. Now I know, it's no secret I love the Clone Wars era here on the channel. The units, the heroes, the open battlefields, the interesting vehicles, and the Clone Wars animated series. I mean, man, that Clone Wars series was fantastic. It's sad it ended the way it did. So after having played hours of the Battle of Theed and EA's upcoming Battlefront title, I've come to the realization, I'd pay for Clone Wars story campaign. Now hear me out. We know Battlefront 2 already has a campaign coming. The premise is pretty decent. Following a special operations unit from the destruction of the second Death Star and the death of the Emperor up to the Force Awakens. Like much of what's coming out of Star Wars games, novels, and books, it's all filling in the gap between Jedi and Episode 7, and that's fine. The release campaign is going to follow the Empire. Cool, I don't have one problem with that. But after having played as the clone troopers fighting the droid armies on Naboo at this EA Play event that I'm at right now, with what sounds like all the voice actors from the Clone Wars series, including Darth Maul's, the clones, the droids, the super battle droids, the tactical droids. Damn, I want a Star Wars story campaign. Even if the Star Wars campaign is like a guided tour through literally the series, from one battle to the next, hitting the highlights like the Battle of Geonosis through Christophsis to Ryloth. Think of how awesome it would be to jump in alongside Commander Cody or Rex in any number of battles. Or maybe even following a new group of clones introducing new characters to the universe. It's probably as close as we get to a sequel to Republic Commando. EA has already shown an attention to detail when it comes to voice actors, and the sets the Frostbite engine has proven its ability to render are just beautiful. Theed in Battlefront 2 looks better than it did in Episode 1. Imagine, for a second, the defense of Commando, with proper voice actors, over-the-top scripted storyline events that you can only get from a first-person shooter, holding out against the droid invasion force, or leading a boarding party to attempt to capture Count Dooku along one of his battle cruisers, alongside Skywalker and Obi-Wan and a platoon of clones. Let's see some Star Wars stories that aren't just framing devices for multiplayer matches. So my question for you guys is this, I'm really curious what the response is going to be. Would you pay for a story-driven campaign that takes place during the Clone Wars, after the release of Battlefront? EA was the publisher on one of the better Star Wars titles, Republic Commando, and I would totally be down for a sequel to that built in this engine. Single-player DLC wouldn't split the community, which is my biggest concern when it comes to new content for Battlefront, and the devs have stated they're not interested in going down that road again. It fractures the community of being able to play together. Microtransactions have been discussed at length for Battlefront 2 in the community. In what form could they take? Because that could easily be abused, or it could be a boon to the community. Bringing in new, fresh content. Expansions for single-player stories with mixed in new, maybe themed skins for the multiplayer could be a way to go that avoids the pay-to-win traps, while adding more value to the title. If they made it a cooperative experience, a whole campaign co-op, well, Carabast, take my money now. But what do you guys think? Would you buy a AAA campaign if they were to offer one after release? What would be a fair price for content like that? I really want to know. I'm actually going to add a vote in this video. In the description below, there'll be a link. Just click that and drop your vote. Yay or nay for story-driven content after release? And then there'll be another link with a variety of price tags. I'm curious what you guys think would be a fair price for a full campaign. And I'm not talking like a 4-hour romp. I'm talking a 20-hour story-driven experience with all the voice actors from the Clone Wars. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more sci-fi modding, gaming goodness, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Enemy has crossed waypoint Alpha. Withdraw to secondary positions.